wood burning guy here with a review of the LaNordica Rosa XXL wood cook stove. This thing is fantastic, and I don't know if you found this review because you're thinking about getting one or you just want to learn more about it in general, but I can tell you we absolutely love it. And we've only had it for 3 weeks, but it worked out in a pinch. We've been doing a remodel, and this was our only way of cooking Christmas Eve dinner, and really our only way of cooking for the last 3 weeks, and it's worked out great. This thing puts off a ton of heat, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm using a little cheap Amazon fan over here to evacuate some of the heat, because within about 10 minutes the top of this was running about 700 degrees. Now that I'm using the fan to evacuate some of the heat, it's down to a more reasonable level. This side will always be hotter than that side because that's where your firebox is. You get direct flame contact underneath this cast iron top. The exhaust gases flow up underneath the cooktop through a little valve and then up through the flue. If you have the oven setting on, which means that lever is pulled out, you're now ducting exhaust gases above and below the oven up to the top and then out the flue. So due to that long path for the exhaust gases, you should have a very nice tall chimney. And in our case, we have a vaulted ceiling back behind me, and our chimney outside was lower than the height of that peak. So I had to add an extra 3 feet, and I no longer get any backdrafting, and it's much easier to light. So I just light a fire in the firebox. I start it on cooktop setting for a little easier flow, and just let her rip. So LaNordica gives you 2 air controls down here. This is your primary down low. That's your secondary. The secondary mostly keeps the glass clear. That's your air wash. And down there, the primary control, the air is going up through your ash pan and around your ash pan, up through the grate in the bottom of the firebox, and then up through there. But I find that that air control is very direct. You give it about a 10-15 second lag and you'll see results. So that's great. It works very well. So like I said, it's been running for about 15 minutes. The oven is already at 300 degrees, and we are ready to go. Like I said, do your own research and whatnot, but I don't think you'll be sorry. And for what it's worth, now that we have this wood cook stove, we've owned one of each major category of wood burner. We have this. We've had a freestanding wood stove at our old house. In this house, we also have a wood stove insert, as well as a Napoleon zero clearance fireplace. So I would like to think I'm pretty familiar with how these things work, but all I can say is this is just very impressive. It just puts off a ton of heat. And here, you've got about a 2 foot by 3 foot plate of cast iron running about 600 or 700 degrees. And you can do a lot with that. And by the way, this heat powered fan is actually turning a lot faster than what it looks like. It's just getting a funky frame rate kind of thing going on, but this cheap Amazon fan down here is what helps move most of the heat off that cooktop. But anyway, we're super happy with it. A couple other little features real quick. They give you this tool here to help you remove these rings, heat rings, to get some direct flame contact if you'd like. And they also give you this little tool right here so that you don't burn yourself touching some of these controls. See if I can do what I'm see what I'm doing here. And also down low, we give you a nice big storage area for your oversized pans and so forth. I've heard of people storing kindling in there, but don't know that I would recommend that. This is actually very cold to the touch, so it's probably safe, but we find that pan storages are high percentage play with that. So there you go. That's the Rosa XXL wood cooktop. Fantastic. I'm getting a little warm standing here, so I'll let you go. Thanks, guys. Bye.